Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. It is early morning, about 7 o'clock right now. I just finished filming my side channel video that should be uploaded here soon. STR Talks, if you want to check it out. I answer some of the questions that you guys have commented on the last video. I got this area cleaned up, as you can see back behind me. Yes, sir. Other than my camera stand and some crutches, but got all the old water dispenser out, all the other stuff that was back here out of the way. My house is absolutely a disaster zone. I have sheetrock where it's not supposed to be, over here by the front door. I have my bed frame inside my kitchen over here where it's not supposed to be. And then I also have my mattress in my bathroom where it's not supposed to be. Who the hell wants their mattress next to the toilet? You gotta do what you gotta do when you're living in a construction zone. I am working in my bedroom. I started yesterday working by myself in here. Tried to do as much as I can, going up and down the ladder. It does take its toll on my body, but I just worked slow and tried to do it as good as I could. I understand that there's people that can hang up sheetrock pretty good and pretty quick, and I'm not one of them. It's my nemesis. It is the devil, as Bobby Boucher's mom says on The Waterboy. So anyways, I got all my camping gear back inside my laundry room over here, my laundry closet, because it's not really much of a room. But I finished up all the drywall in here. That took me quite a bit of time to get it done, trying to cut around the light, the switch, the vent, the plugs for the washer and dryer hookups, all that kind of stuff. But I got it done, and that's the thing. It might be a little bit of progress, but hey, it is progress, and that's a check mark in my book and being one step closer to finishing this house out. It's going to be fun trying to tape and float everything, but at that point, I'll be done hanging sheetrock, and I should be pretty happy about it. What's up, guys? You can see the reflection over here. I'm out here watering the front yard. Let's see if I got the sprinkler there going, and I got one on the other side of my wall. And look at this. Speaking of walls, not Tim walls, not Tampon Tim. I'm talking about these walls over here. I got part of my ceiling done in here, and then I started framing up because I didn't want to get on a ladder anymore at that point yesterday. Started framing up the walls over here with the sheetrock. I guess not really framing it up, just hanging sheetrock. And then I stopped over here where my closet is. So this is where I'm going to start today. Go ahead and put another sheet right here, and then also on this side over here. And then I've been using the saw to cut around, so some of the cuts aren't the perfect on the windows, but it's all going to be trimmed out. And that's what I love about trim work. You can always fix all your imperfections in here. So one thing I got to just make sure before I hang up the next sheetrock is where I want to hang the two puck lights in here. Right now we just have this thing hanging here, which is going to be gone. I'm thinking about after that rafter, and then up here on this this rafter right here, get two puck lights hung in here, and then I got to figure out where I want the vent for the AC to be able to come in. I'm not sure if I want it to come up over here on this section or over here in the middle of the room, so I got to figure that out before I finish up the other side of the ceiling in here. And then I came in up top here, and there was a little section of the tongue and groove that needed to be finished. I went ahead and cut that out this morning and installed that. So now the sheetrock should fit right up to it. And yeah, that's what I've been getting into. A lot of work off camera. I went ahead and cut the sleeves off this shirt. I was talking about on my side channel, I picked up a bunch of just cheap little shirts at Walmart. It was like a pack of 5 or 6. And I got small because I lost some weight. Medium is a little too baggy on me, but the sleeves are too short on these. So went ahead and cut the sleeves off and show you guys these little water pistols. But anyways, once again, in here in the kitchen, got the stove and my brand new refrigerator, in case you missed that video. It's Whirlpool brands, absolutely love them. The stove over here, I talked about it on my side channel. I'm just going to briefly talk about it real quick. We are going to move it over. I don't want any fire hazards. So if you want to check out what other kind of design changes we're going to do in the kitchen, go over and check out STR Talks. My refrigerator is looking absolutely pathetic on the inside because I don't have hardly anything. I got some apple cider vinegar, a bag of oranges, and then some of these grapes that's been growing out in the yard. Check this out, guys. Yes. Pretty much all you can eat grapes. Every time Dad comes to the property, he goes over there and picks a couple of handfuls and takes them back. So that's doing absolutely amazing out there. It took about a year and a half of growth for them to start producing like that, and I mean, I got grapes growing out my ass right now. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking. I know there's a lot of talking on this first portion, and if I want to just keep talking, I can do that on my side channel. So anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna put you guys down. I'm probably just gonna show just very quick snippets of working, and then I'll just show you the progress as I go, because like I said, sheetrock takes me forever to do, and I don't want this video being 3 hours long. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Let's get to work. All right, so first things first, I went ahead and measured the width of the room. It's 9 foot. I'm gonna put the lights, try to center it as much as possible. So I'm gonna go about 4.5 feet, which is somewhere right here. It should give me close to about 6 inches from where the two seams are gonna be. And then I have a tool that's gonna cut out about a 3-inch diameter hole for the puck lights to go in. What I'm going to do is use this rafter right here, come over about 6 inches. There'll be one right here where you can see the wire hanging. And then over here on this side of this rafter, I'll go over 6 inches. And the two puck lights should keep this room nice and bright. And then I also have the light in my closet and in my laundry room. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and get the other panel up, measure them out, pre-cut them, and then I'll use my tool over here to help lift up the sheetrock and try to get it in place. So wish me luck, everything goes smooth, I don't fall off any ladders and get hurt, and everything goes in good. So anyways, it's time to start cutting and time to start measuring. All right, so don't mind the mess. There's stuff everywhere. I went through about half of the sheetrock that I bought so far, and then I'll have to try to reuse all the smaller pieces on other sections of the house. Try to save as much money as I can on this build, which, in case you're wondering, I'm right around $41,000, including the appliances so far. My goal was to stay around $50,000, but I think it's going to end up being a little bit more, probably closer to $60,000. That's including all the appliances, tub, and all that good stuff. All right, so we're going to use a full sheet. Oh. The fun part is trying to get this thing through the hallway and without hitting anything. So let's get to it, and like I said, fingers crossed, hopefully everything goes in smooth. Alright, so I know my sheet's already 8 foot long, so right now I'm just measuring out exactly where those lights are going to go this way. This measure tape says it's supposed to stretch out 10 foot without bending. I was only at 6 foot and it's already bending. Thanks a lot, Cobalt. There it goes again. Alright, so you're looking at roughly 44 inches to this one right here. I'm going to go back 6 inches to give myself plenty of room. So yeah, right around 38 inches that way is where I'm going to cut the first hole. And then from this one over 6 inches as well. So that's 69 inches. So we'll do about 74. So 38 and 74 is where the center of that piece is going to go to cut out for the lights. 70 and 34, y'all remember that. So the bottom section is going to be the north side. So I'm going to measure from the bottom up 6 inches, and then also 70 and 34. So that corner will be back on that side, not that y'all can see, but that'll be the one that's going to be 34. Mark that out. Somewhere in there. Then we do 70. 74, I mean. See, I'm already messing up. Why didn't y'all remind me? Good grief. Y'all had one task to write it down and let me know. It was 34 and 74 because it was 69 inches to the middle, so 74, 75? Hell, I don't know. That's that Riviera coffer high education right there. Oh my gosh, losing my mind. It was 34 on that side, I know. I've already got that one measured out. This side was 69 inches to the middle of the rafter there. Now I got to go over 6 inches, so it'd be 75 inches. I think I said 70 earlier, and I'm sure people are correcting me now, but yeah. I'm going to mark it on here, and then I'm going to go back up and remeasure it because I do not want to get this wrong because stuff's not cheap, and I don't want to keep having to redo stuff. So the 34, 69, 70, 1, 2, 3, 74, 75, 75 inches. All right. Now we're cooking with bacon grease. So 75, somewhere in here. Then I'm going to go back up, remeasure one more time, and then I'll drill out the holes for it. All right, let's try this one more time, making sure, once again, before I do any cuts, that I'm getting this right. -44 -6, 38. That one was right. Son of a gun. That is that Riviera math. My goodness. I'm keeping all this in there because I think it's pretty damn entertaining. And that's just keeping it real. Like I said, so I'm measuring twice and trying to cut once because it's too dang early in the morning for me to be doing math. My gosh. Terrible math. So once again, 44 -6 is 38. 38. And then center of this one is 69. So it's 75 and 38. Boy, I'm glad I measured that one twice. All right, I had it marked at 34. Like I said, that's why you measure twice and cut once. Good night. So 38 is the center. And then I'll go up 6 inches from there. And then from over there, $75. Now go up 6 inches. And X should mark the spot. So right in there. Come over here. Go up 6 inches. X marks the spot. Yep. Alright. Now I feel confident enough to go ahead and make my cuts. Not gonna lie, I remeasured again off camera, and I also tripped over the drywall stand. Jammed up my finger. It was already sore, but now it's really sore. I feel like I need to just pop it back in place. Anyways, got this hooked up here. Go ahead and drill that one out and drill the other one out. We're gonna put it up, and if for some reason, if it does not work, I want y'all to comment down below and say, hey, at least you tried. So I'm going to drill these out, put them up, and it's going to work. That's what I'm going to say. Wow, so far not very good. Come on now. Probably tighten this thing on better. There we go. Not the cleanest, but it'll work. All right, so this is part of the video where I turn the camera off because there's probably gonna be some cuss words going on when I'm hanging this thing up. So I'm gonna hang it up, we're gonna see if it fits, and then I'll turn the camera back on. All right, I sure hope this thing works. The joys of working in a small area. Oh, let's see. Come on, light, get on the way, you're right in the way. Oh my gosh. This ain't working like I thought it was. Now I'm stuck. What is stopping this thing? Oh God. Stuck in the walls here, that's why. Small areas don't work. There we go, come on now. I did mess up on the corners a little bit. Now I gotta lift it up this other way. Oh boy. Take my hat off so I don't use my head. Hit the weight room in high school. Ugh. What a shit show. And I'm not doing this just for clicks. This is real life. Small spaces. Oh. And sheetrock do not mix. Gosh. Turn this thing this way, son. Oh. All right. There we go. Let me straighten this up a little more. Put that there. There. All right. Whew. All right. I think we're set for the most part. This thing's kind of wobbly. That way. That way. Crank this son of a gun up and see how it looks. Really hope I don't have to redo all this. Took too much energy doing that. Come on. This thing wobbles too much, but it's still nice to have compared to having to try to lift that up by hand, because that's dang near impossible for me. Get this light over here. In theory, that's where it's going to go, in that hole. That's what she said. Alright, straighten this thing up some. That drywall's getting in my eye, all that dust. What I'm going to have to do is get this wire, try to pull it through that hole. I'm probably going to unhook this light here in a second and then kind of shift everything over, but I may be able to reach it. Yeah, I guess I can on that one, so that worked out. Turn it this way. Now that I got it up there, I can kind of maneuver it a little bit easier now. A little easier than it was. Oh, come on. No, that light's stuck right where it shouldn't be, and that's my fault. Gotta lower it down some. Oh. Oh. Come on now. Please make it easy on me, my goodness. This is why I typically don't film doing this, because it just takes so long doing it. There we go. Get it off this rafter over here. There. Still needs to go over this way more, but at least it's off of that. Alright, that's a little better. If I can tilt that side up some, knock this side over here down. Like that. There we go. Oh. Well, we got that part over with. You know, I don't know if I intentionally make things hard on me just for entertainment purposes, or I'm just doing it as I can with a little bit of knowledge that I have of building, which is not very much, as you can see. But I went ahead and took the bulb out. I need to take that cover off first and just let the wires dangle through and then try to hook it up after. So with that being said, I'm going to cut the power to the room. I do know how to do that so I don't get shocked. And then I'll run the wires through it. And then I'll go ahead and lift it back up and start putting in some of the screws. So hopefully everything will fit like it needs to be once again, and we can get the ceiling done once and for all in here. So mad at myself. That's why I should just put the camera down and just focus on the building and show y'all after. At least that's what I'm gonna blame it on. I forgot to cut it initially to the exact length. For some reason I was thinking it was a full sheet, and it needs to be 92 1/4. So I got to take it down, unfortunately, cut that, and put it back up. So it is what it is. At least I figured that out before I started putting the screws in. So I mean, there's that. But I don't know, whatever. This is real life stuff. I make mistakes all the time on building, and I'm going to continue making them on the build. It's just one of those things that if you're not thinking of every single step as you're going, you could easily skip over something, and unfortunately I got to take it down and make that one cut and then repeat the process and get it back up. We'll check back in once that's done. I'm going to try to cut it while it's up here so I don't have to lift this whole thing up again. I'm not trying to be funny or anything by having to do this over. It's just an honest mistake. And mistakes happen. Try not to get too frustrated over it. No one to blame but myself. And typically I'd want this on the other side, but I measure from that side this way, so I'll try to get the nice part of the drywall to butt up against it on the other piece that I hang up. So right, so now that I got the sheetrock up, if I can do this, anybody can, trust me. My goodness. Just gotta hook this light back in and then go cut the power back onto the switch. We should be good. I need more light in here to be able to see stuff. I also need a fan in here, not a ceiling fan, but I have my other fan out there in the living room. I just don't want to put it in here because it's so loud it'll just mess up with the audio. Hook this one up real quick. Today has been it's been a day, I'll just say that. Everything's been going wrong, but still chugging along, getting it. That's why I said if I can do it, anybody can. Put the bulb in, I'll go flip the breaker, and hopefully everything goes smooth here. All right, perfect. All right, so took me all that time to get that one up, but that just shows you how much work it takes to do this, especially by yourself. Once again, Matt is sick right now, so is Mom, and Dad's sciatic nerves are kicking his butt right now, so trying to do this solo. Like I said, I can get it done. It just takes a lot more effort and time to get it done, but the thing is, it's getting done. So this side right here is not the best cut. It's gonna be fun trying to tape and float that, but on the next cut for the next sheet, I'll have the smooth side butted up against it to make it just a little bit easier to tape and float. But starting to come together. I think I'm gonna take a break from going up on the ceiling there. Maybe put the next sheet over here on this side, go ahead and cut around the window, and then finish up this section over here as well, and give me a break from being on that ladder. Also gonna take a quick water break. Which once again, I have water on demand now and not have to constantly fill up a 5-gallon container for my old water dispenser. Got the ice maker working. I don't need that much ice anyways. Get that going. I have it set to 78 in here, and I have a fan in here going, but in there I don't have an AC unit, so I have one, I just don't put it in there yet. So I'm gonna sit down real quick, take a quick break. I'm watching Outdoors Unsupervised. He also has another channel, Brandon the Garbage Disposal. I've been mentioning his name quite a bit on the channel here recently. Just entertaining stuff. This is camping. He does a lot of stealth camping, and it looks like he has a hammock tied up underneath an 18-wheeler stealth camping. That's pretty crazy in my opinion, but it's also very interesting to see the places that he goes to stealth camp. So once again, it is Outdoors Unsupervised. Y'all should go over and subscribe and comment on there and tell him that South Texas Roots sent you over. Very entertaining, I'll just say the least. I'll just say the least. That didn't even make sense. He's very entertaining, to say the least. My gosh, I need to sit down, recoup, get my brain back together, and then we're going to try to finish up this drywall. All right, I am officially done for today. Oh, what a nice workout today. Got the dogs barking outside at something, but I completed that section of the wall on the north side of the room, all the way to right there, and then once again up on the ceiling. So I got a good portion of this bedroom done. Like I said, there's only so much I can do in a day, and I got to get ready to edit the rest of this video. I didn't notice that it was going to be a 30-minute long video, so if you don't like those long videos, I apologize, but really wanted to show you how much I struggled doing this. That's some hard work. My hat is off, even though it's on, to people who do this for a living. As far as doing drywall and all that, I'm sure they're a lot better at it and have better tools and all that, but it's a lot of work, especially by yourself doing it. And once again, Matt's not feeling good and Dad's back has been hurting, so I'm gonna keep chugging along as much as I can, little by little, and get this stuff done. Once again, I got the closet back here completed. Got all the camping gear in there, which is going to stay in there for now. And then if I come back this way, once again, got a good chunk of the bedroom done. Very, very happy with myself. First time doing drywall by myself. I don't really have a lot of experience doing drywall, very minimal, but first time doing it by myself, and I think it came out about as good as it could. It's not perfect by any means. Once again, we're gonna have a lot of fun taping and floating, but it looks so cool in here. Actually seeing it look more like a bedroom now and less like an unfinished house. So anyways, comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Once again, I struggled a lot, but that's part of the game. It's not always unicorns and rainbows and all that good stuff. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. Once again, don't forget to like the video and comment down below and let me know what you guys think of my Riviera Copper High math education there. So anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching, and I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Take me back to South Texas roots, where my heart belongs, where my heart belongs. Take me back to South Texas roots.